On day 4 of my solo rotation, I found footage on my camcorder of a person standing at the base of my fire tower for 6 straight hours. I was 60 feet above them the entire time, and I had no idea they were there. That would have been disturbing enough on its own. What made it unbearable was going back through the earlier recordings and realizing this was the 4th consecutive day. They had been getting closer.
I'd taken a 14-day posting at Hawthorne Ridge Fire Lookout in the Gifford Pinchot National Forest in Washington State. Late September, end of fire season. The tower sits at just under 400 feet, and on clear days you can see Mount Adams and Mount Rainier from the cab windows. I'd brought a Sony Handycam to document the experience. Nothing serious. I thought it'd make decent footage to cut together later. The posting was fully sanctioned by the US Forest Service. I was trained, I had my radio protocols, I had supplies for the full 2 weeks. What I'm walking you through now is what that camera caught. I never did anything with the footage, for reasons that should be obvious once you've heard all of it. The first appearance shows up at 6:40, 7 a.m. on day 2. In the footage, I'm running the morning scan, binoculars up, sweeping left to right across the southern valleys the way they train you. The camcorder was on a tripod behind me, just rolling. I didn't notice anything in the moment. It's only when you pause the clip and zoom in on the far southern frame that you catch it. At the very edge of the meadow, where the pines begin, there's a figure standing completely still, maybe half a mile out. So small you'd dismiss it as a rock or a dead tree if you weren't looking for it. I told myself it was a backcountry hiker when I spotted it in the playback later. I did not report it.
Day 3. Timestamp 7:12 a.m., same window, same morning scan. I missed it again in real time. But in the playback there the figure is, and it's moved. It's no longer at the tree line. It's standing in the center of the meadow, maybe 300 yards from the base of my tower. Not walking, not setting up camp, not doing anything you'd expect a person in the backcountry to do at 7 in the morning. Just standing in the open field of dead September grass, facing the tower. I zoomed into that frame on my laptop when I got home, and I stared at it for a long time. The proportions are right. Dark clothing, normal build, it's a person. And they're facing where I was standing while I had no idea they were there. Day 4 was the first time I noticed something in real time, though I still didn't understand what I was dealing with. It was around 2 p.m., clear sky, good visibility. I glanced straight down through the south window, and there was someone at the bottom of my access stairs. I opened the window and called down, asked if they needed water, if they were injured, if they needed the radio. Nothing, no response. They didn't move, didn't look up, didn't acknowledge me at all. Just stood there at the base of a restricted fire tower, 60 feet below me, completely still, face tilted slightly upward. I radioed the district office and reported a trespasser. They said they'd send someone to check the gate road in the morning. I watched through the window for over 2 hours. The figure never moved. When I woke up on day 5, the base of the stairs was empty. I had no idea what the camcorder had picked up on the night between day 4 and day 5 until I reviewed the footage at home 2 weeks later. It had been running on the tripod aimed at the south window. I just left it there after the afternoon. At 3:40, 1 a.m. the night vision kicks on automatically, switching the image to that grey grain. The cab is dark. I'm asleep on the cot in the back of the frame. And then at 3:44, a shape begins rising slowly into frame from below the window sill, climbing the exterior ladder, taking it one rung at a time. You can hear the ladder creaking faintly on the audio. I'm still asleep on the cot, completely unaware. The shape reaches window height and stops. I remember when I first watched this at home, sitting at my kitchen table at 11 p.m., I stopped breathing. The night vision resolution isn't great on that camera, but it's clear enough. A person, face pressed flat against the glass, eyes open, looking straight in me, looking at me sleeping 8 feet away. The audio track captures my breathing from the cot. It captures the very faint creak of the catwalk under their weight, and then nothing else happens. They stand there, face against the glass, for 22 minutes. I've timed it across multiple viewings. 22 minutes of total stillness on the catwalk of a fire tower in a national forest at 4 in the morning, watching me sleep. At 4:06 a.m. they start descending. The ladder sounds again, slow and deliberate, and then nothing. I have gone over that footage 100 times, looking for the moment something changes. There is no moment. It watches me sleep for 22 minutes, and then it leaves. Day 7, 11:54 a.m. I was awake, working the radio, when I looked down and saw the figure at the base of the stairs again. Same dark jacket, same stillness. Then it moved. It put its hand on the first railing and started climbing. I watched it happen in real time, and there was this cold, mechanical clarity that came over me. Not panic exactly, more like a switch flipping. I shoved the cot frame against the door and braced it with my pack, got on emergency channel and gave my coordinates and the situation. The response said 20 to 40 minutes for the nearest ground unit. The door handle moved once, then a second time, then stopped. Slow footsteps circled the catwalk, all the way around, deliberate. A shadow passed across the south window. The helicopter arrived at 1:30 p.m. The rangers who climbed the stairs behind me found nothing. No footprints in the soft ground around the base.
I handed the SD card to the Forest Service. They returned it 3 weeks later with a form letter. The footage was inconclusive, but no evidence of criminal trespass in the zone during my rotation. I've had people look at the stills and the night vision clip since then. A photographer, a video forensics guy. No one has a clean explanation. No one came forward to say they were hiking in that restricted zone. The access road gate was locked for my entire posting. What I keep coming back to every time I watch that window footage is how completely ordinary the figure looks. Dark jacket, normal build, full head of dark hair, it looks human. And the way it stood at that glass for 22 minutes watching me sleep, that wasn't confusion, that wasn't a lost hiker, that was patience, that was intention. Whatever it was, it knew exactly where I was, and it knew how to wait.